Raj, and like every Monday, we bring the social media live session for you. And good afternoon and good morning to the audiences from USA, and also good evening from other parts. So wherever you're watching from, as you know, we bring one university for the expert insight and scholarship and courses and other things you can know about that university and learn about the university or any other thing. So today we bring one special university as for the first time we bring in our Monday Live session one US university, that is Jessup University, California. So you can audiences from LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You can ask your questions through the chat box, through comment. Also, you can ask the questions from our WhatsApp channel as well. Also, you can knock any of our colleague if you know someone from us. So without any further ado, let's welcome our today's guest, Mr. Art. He is Director International Education, Jessup University. Hello, Art. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Imtiaz. It's a pleasure to be here and with our close partner, SGE. Thank you very much for this opportunity to speak to your live audience and your clients. So thank you very much.
Thank you for joining. Let's welcome our CEO, Mr. Zahidul, Shabuj Education. Hello, Zahid bhai.
Good afternoon, Imtiaz, and good morning, Art. You are from US, and good afternoon and good evening, the audiences. So, welcome with our Shabuj Global Social Media Live today. And as my colleague mentioned, this live session will be covering South Asia, Middle East, Africa, Northern America. So today, of course, including US. And we are very delighted to have you on board today. And yeah, let's go ahead. So initially, we are happy to invite you for a presentation about Jessup University, California, US. So we'll learn more about the courses that you are offering, scholarship, entry requirement, ranking, facilities for the international students, obviously. And during this session, we can collect some questions through the audiences, as my colleague instructed how they can ask the question. Then after that, there will be a Q&A session. Yeah, then we will learn from you in details. Thank you, Art. You can go ahead.
Excellent. Thank
with
you
the
very much,
presentation.
Mr. Saeed. Thank you. Thank you. Well, again, everybody, hello from California, specifically Silicon Valley. So kind of a global popular area here. So today I'd like to share a PowerPoint presentation with you. It'll be a broad general one. And again, as mentioned by SGE, our partners, I'm happy to answer any questions thereafter. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. And I hope it's visible to you.
Yeah.
So let me begin. Jessup University, we started in 1939. So we've been around a little over 80 years. Wonderful thing is that we started in Silicon Valley before there was such a thing. So as you can see here in the map, we're surrounded by so many wonderful companies because a lot of our students who graduated have gone on and become middle or upper management at a lot of these global important companies, or sometimes they decide to go ahead and work at some smaller companies or startups. Our campus here in San Jose, again in the middle of Silicon Valley, is just 8 minutes away from Apple's world headquarters, less than 20 minutes away from Tesla, Oracle, and Google. Our other campus, which is actually our main campus, is located in Rockland, California, which is about an hour and a half away from Silicon Valley. And that's where we have our large main campus located. This is our Silicon Valley campus. If you're familiar with California or if you've ever traveled here to San Jose, it's located in the hot spot called Santana Row. This is where we have the best shopping in the area, as well as nightlife and eating and dining and such, which is great. So our campus is located right at the end of this. And actually, one of the reasons why a lot of students choose to come to Jessup University is because the majority of our students, especially those in our graduate program, are employed while they're going to school. And these are just some of the companies that they're employed in. I'll talk a lot about our graduate program because that seems to be our largest growth area. In fact, 25% of our students, including international students, are actually working at these 3 companies, which again, their headquarters are nearby. And this is my favorite slide, is nearly 80% of our graduate students are earning over $100,000 in the US. This is US dollars. And this is the cost of attendance. Our undergraduate students for the area pay a very reasonable $36,000 a year. Our graduate students are significantly lower. It's $12,540, and this is divided by 3. So students in our graduate program pay a little over $4,000 per semester. Now, going back to this slide, what we do to help students find these careers at these companies is that we have each month we'll have events such as a resume workshop when you first arrive. We do professional pictures for your LinkedIn. That's at no cost to the student. And we'll have mock interviews where we'll bring human resources managers and such from companies such as PayPal, Broadcom, different companies, and they will go ahead and help the students with their interview skills so that when we have a job fair on campus, or we have employers come seeking students to be working in the business or technology fields, for example, the students are very, very prepared. And oftentimes students are offered 6-figure salary internships or career opportunities at the time. Okay. Also, we work with a company called Empower Financing. So many of our students internationally are able to take a no collateral, no cosigner loan up to $100,000. And these students will be able to, once admitted to the university, utilize this loan to pay for their tuition and any personal expenses that they may have. And typically, since our students find, especially our grad students, find a potential career within 6 months of starting the program, they're able to start paying back this loan pretty quickly. Our faculty is amazing, comes from a lot of local universities such as Stanford and UC Berkeley that are neighbor schools, but also they work at top companies, as I mentioned, Google, Cisco, and such, and come from schools back east such as MIT. One of our top professors here, Professor Paul Robbins, he leads our undergraduate digital communications art and design program, and he's actually won a couple Emmy Awards. Emmy Awards are the television version of the Oscars, if you're familiar, for movies, but he's worked on the Discovery Channel and Fox News, and he's won several awards for his work there. And you'll see students in the undergraduate side will also be doing internships. Here, our students are doing internship at Skywalker Sound. We have an internship experience for our students every year there. And Skywalker Sound is known for doing the background music and effects for movies such as Star Wars. And here you can see our music students doing their experience there. So it really helps build your resume. That's why about 93% of our students in the undergraduate program find employment within 6 months of graduation. So you'll see that employment at Jessup University is really a key component of what makes us very unique. Being located in California, specifically in Silicon Valley, there are a lot of job opportunities, and that's really what we prepare our students for. Now, we're a nonprofit faith-based university, so a lot of the revenue that we get is from donations. And one of our biggest donors is actually Mr. Pat Gelsinger. He was recently the CEO of Intel, one of the world's most important companies. And he's donated many millions of dollars to the university. And he is also active with the university as well. You can see here he is with our international students coming, giving seminars and such, which is a wonderful experience for the students to learn from the industry leaders and build those connections and network. Our most popular program right now is our Master of Science in Computer Science. Classes are on the weekend. Students are expected, again, and we assist you with, have some sort of internship during the week. And so students will be able to apply what they've learned at work in the classroom and in the classroom at work, which is great. About 12% of our students represent 48 different countries from all over the world. And our dormitories in our Rockland campus, we have 9 of them. It's a very, very safe area, and the dorms, several of them are fairly new, and again, the campus is beautiful. We're located about 1 hour away from the snowy mountains of Lake Tahoe, and about an hour away, a little bit over an hour from the beaches in like Santa Cruz, which is wonderful. We are a comprehensive university having degrees from aviation, computer science, sports medicine, theater, business, and such. What we don't have is an engineering program. Other than that, we pretty much have everything else. And these are our requirements for our undergraduate students and grad students. I would say the average student really has a U.S. equivalent of about a 3.0 GPA. And they have an ELT score of a 6.0, but we do accept Duolingo and other scores like that. Now, scholarships. We have several students on scholarship. We actually have some students from Asia, undergraduates that are on a full scholarship. These are students who have shown really strong academic progress. For example, we have a couple of students from Hong Kong who are on a full scholarship that developed an app for the mobile app on their own. And so we're looking for talent, whether you are talented in sports, talented in the fine arts, such as theater or digital art or what have you, or you're very academically strong. Our scholarships start at $1,000 and they go all the way up to a full coverage tuition. And you just have to maintain a high GPA and be involved in the Jessup community in and around campus in order to maintain that scholarship. So it's not just for the first year, it can continue for year 2 if you're in a graduate program, or 3 and 4 for your undergraduate program. And that's it. This is the contact information. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Ars, for your nice presentation. This is also new for me to learn many things about the university location, especially the contact and partnership that you have with Google, with Apple, and some other global recognized companies. And also your university is also almost walking distance from Tesla, Apple headquarters, Google, and everywhere. So Silicon Valley students, they can actually learn from from all global recognized universities. And also, I am very delighted to learn about the graduate starting salary on average salary that you mentioned, 100K, 100,000 per year, that on average your graduate they are getting. And also the class that they can attend their class during the weekend, and during weekdays they can work for the internship and all other job that they might get. So, and for the scholarship that we learn, student they can get from $1,000 to full scholarship, full their tuition fees, which is really very exciting, and that you are welcoming students from all over the world, and also you are encouraging students with something very special from their sports background, some academic excellence, and also some fine arts or digital arts, that if a student they have that kind of experience, or that kind of talent, that if they can prove and show. The Shabuj Global will be happy to support both university and students, because as you know, we have global branches covering South Asia, Middle East, Africa, Sub-Saharan, East Africa, and East Asia, including the UK and Europe. So I think we might receive some questions from the audience, but I want to start asking some questions from myself, as we need to continue to answer the question from the audience even later. after completing this social media life today. The first question is about the work right, because we know that students who are going to US, they are not getting work right until university allow them to work. So it seems like your university, you are focusing on experience and you are encouraging students who would like to work. So basically, you are making global talent. You are welcoming talent as well. So at that case, I believe that each and every of your student, they will need to work, as you also acknowledge that student they can work between Monday to Friday if they can get internship opportunity. So my question is, what kind of work opportunities that universities, Jessup University, they are offering to international students?
Wonderful question, Mr. Zaid. Thank you very much. And our university, we do expect students to be working within the first 6 months of the program in our graduate studies section. And the reason for this is that the work component is built into our curriculum. And so students are authorized with what is called CPT, Curricular Practical Training, to begin working once the university begins its semester. So we have employers come to the university every month, different companies, as I mentioned, PayPal, Broadcom, and we even have government agencies and such come seeking different talent. And during that time, they employ students. They all give them job offers. And usually, as of late, we've had students get job offers within 2 weeks of arriving in the US. We recently had in January a group of students. There was approximately 18 students from Kenya. It was our first group of students from Kenya that arrived. And within the first 3 months, 7 of them already were earning over $100,000 a year. So it's a really wonderful opportunity that we help prepare the students for those careers.
So thank you very much, sir. So that means a student, they do not need to complete their graduation to get a job, 100K job, right? Is really very good opportunity and exciting.
The students are required. Yes, the students are required to have an internship within 6 months of starting our graduate program, for example.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. So second question that I need to
part
learn
of our
about this
program.
Yeah. Okay, so that means there is no restriction. So
Please,
students, all of you international students, they can work, and you allow them to work, and you organize that event
all graduate students.
All graduate students. So what about the students who are studying? So during their term time, can they work during their term time?
Yeah, so graduate students will take classes on the weekend and then work during the week. That is very common for our MBA students, our Masters of Accounting, or our Masters in Computer Science. Our undergraduate students, there are job opportunities on campus. Those are limited to 20 hours per week, working in the library, working as an international student ambassador and such. And then those students that in the undergraduate program are allowed to work off campus during their junior or senior year.
Okay. So what does junior and senior year means? Because undergraduate student, you said during their term time, they are allowed to work within the campus, which is 20 hours per week. So can they work outside of campus during term time?
They can work outside of campus, but during year 3 or year 4 as an undergraduate. But the graduate students can start working almost immediately.
Okay. So what I understood is the graduate student, they can start working as soon as they start their course, graduate student. So as soon as possible, they can work.
Certainly.
And for the undergraduate student, since you are offering 4-year undergraduate program, so first 2 years, student, they are allowed to work within the campus, which is 20 hours per week. And from year 3 and year 4, they are allowed to work outside the campus, off the campus, right?
You are correct, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Arsh. Thank you to make it clear. I think audience, they better understood about this. So my next question is about your scholarship that you mentioned. Student, they can get, they have access from 1,000 US dollar to full tuition fees of their scholarship. So what is the process? How you actually decide how much money that you are offering to your student, whether this is 1,000, 10,000, 50,000, what is the process? Is this, do you need any particular application from the student to consider their scholarship amount, or there is any other process the student need to follow?
Great question. So absolutely, there's two different ways to earn a scholarship at Jessup University. Number one is that you're recognized immediately upon your application. If you have a talent, you'll be speaking to one of the coaches or what have you, for example, on the sports team. And so they will evaluate you. If you have talent in the, let's say, as in you want to be an actor in theater arts or music or what have you, then the dean of that department will review your portfolio and such, and speak to you and maybe ask you to send video or what have you of your performances. Otherwise, the admissions team will review your application for your academic standards to see how well you've done on your, academic career at school. Also, do you have any leadership background? Maybe you were class president, or you were engaged in certain organizations or clubs on campus, for example, during high school. So all of this is pre-evaluated in your admissions process, and you'll receive a scholarship offer if you receive admissions and qualify. That'll be told to you up front, and also the requirements of what you need to do in order to maintain that scholarship. Furthermore, after you've arrived on campus, let's say you got a small scholarship or haven't received one, after the first semester, your professors, the dean of the department or what have you, can recommend you for a department scholarship. And so from there, those are, deducted from your tuition and such. So there's two ways to receive that scholarship: prior to, and then also when you're here, and no application is required. It's just included in the process.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So two kind of scholarship, something student they can get prior their admission, and some part of scholarship that a student they can get even whenever they will be in the campus. So once they can demonstrate their talent in the class, maybe the academics, they can recommend them for the further access to their scholarship. Thank you, Arch, for this. So. For the scholarship, you say before admission, the one that you said, academic and maybe course director or any expert, they assess the documentation whenever a student they submit their application. So my understanding is the student, they need to mention as much as they can the extracurricular activities that they might have, so that maybe in their CV they can add
Yes,
as many
that will very
curricular
much help.
activities that they do, and if of course their portfolio, if they have anything, maybe as you mentioned, application they did, they contributed in social media for the IT, or if they did any other job, if they prefer a very good portfolio, maybe based on that portfolio, academic or decision maker, they might invite a student for the interview. They can assess it, and based on that, they can declare and they can allocate scholarship. Am I right?
Yes, you are correct.
Okay. Thank you. So these two things very important for me to understand. One is scholarship, and another one that we recently discussed about the work experience, especially for the international students who is making decision. These two things is very important, whether they can work and if they have access to scholarship. Now my third question is about the placements. So after completing their graduation, what normally international student they're expecting? Because today we are focusing international student recruitment, and in our audience we can see students from different part of the world, including their parents or decision maker. They will be watching later as well, to understand if they are right fit for the courses that you are offering at the Jessup University, California. So my next question is about the placement. So I just want to know if you have that figure in your mind or in data, what is the job placement ratio, say, after completing graduation from the university, how many or what is the percentage of your graduate they can continue work in US, if you have any data or
Yeah,
something in your
absolutely.
mind?
Absolutely. So our undergraduate students, the latest statistics we had was that 93% of our students are employed part or full-time within 6 months of graduation. So
Okay.
that is our undergraduate students. Now our graduate students, within the first 6 months, are employed 98.6%.
Wow.
So, the few students that have not been employed are those students that show up late to the interview, or maybe they did not comb their hair and brush their teeth before the interview. But the majority of our students are employed.
Yeah. So 98.6% is quite very good percentage for the graduate students. And
Yeah.
okay.
And I think the main reasons are two because of this. One is Jessup has a wonderful reputation with the employers because, again, we've been in Silicon Valley before there was a Silicon Valley. So we have a lot of alumni that are in important positions in many of these companies. And so they help, bring their fellow classmates through when it comes to employment. And also it's the location, as mentioned, being just a few minutes away from Apple, Google, and such. You have so many choices and so many employers. And, the U.S. economy right now is doing quite well, and it's expected to bring more and more jobs back to the United States. So there's going to be a lot of demand for that, for employees.
Okay. Yes. So also students, they can get internship facilities at either in Google or in Apple, since they're close to them, and also Tesla.
Yeah, and correct. And other companies that are nearby. There's so many smaller and big companies.
Yeah. So I do not want to go more details about the internship and job opportunities with the Tesla, Apple, and Google, because I do not want to lose any colleagues working for Shabuj Global, because globally we have many expert and graduate they are working for us. I do not want to lose them, to know more excitement, more exciting news and opportunities that Jessup is offering to their students. So anyway, let's go ahead for the next one. I think my colleague Nurul Imtiaz might have something from the audience, and then we'll go through the questions.
Yeah, it's really wonderful to know so many
Thank you,
things.
thank you.
The university from 1939, they started before the Silicon Valley, and they are located within the Google, Apple, Tesla, and so many other companies. We all the time are at those company. So we got few questions from WhatsApp. They're basically asking the tuition fees in the UG and PG. What is the average tuition fees for the UG courses and PG courses?
Absolutely. So per semester on the graduate side, it's a little over $4,000 US per semester, and there are 3 semesters per year. That is a spring, summer, and fall. That allows the student to continue their internship or career all 12 months because you need to be a student in order to be able to be employed in an internship or what have you. And so again, that's a little over $4,000 per semester for the graduate program. The undergraduate program per semester is $18,000. So it's significantly higher, but again, undergraduates require a lot more services during the week and such. you have classes every day and what have you. So it's a little bit different, but it's $18,000 per semester. And then dormitories are actually quite inexpensive, especially for the area. It is approximately a little over $10,000 for the year. And that includes your food as well as your dormitory. So yeah, there's different meal plans. It can be a little more expensive if you choose to. You're a little hungrier student and you eat a little bit more often. Of course, the cost would be a little bit higher, but yeah, usually around 10 to 11,000 a year.
Including food.
Including food, yes. And they're beautiful. The dormitories are very, very nice, very safe area. It's wonderful. Yeah.
Okay. So is this for the 12 month together, or during term time student they can
This
stay
is for
at
the
the
undergraduate
dormitory?
campus. This
Undergraduate.
is the undergraduate campus, but we do have grad students. They pay approximately the same. The graduate students, we have a graduate apartment in Rockland, for example, where students have a kitchen and such, and they can go ahead and cook on their own if they wanted to. But yeah, it's approximately the same.
Thank you. So how the scholarship calculated within for 1 year, or calculating like the one semester, as you mentioned, the per semester is
It's for
4,000
the
year.
scholarships are offered for the entire year as long as the student maintains a high academic standard. Some scholarships, let's say, for example, the President's Scholarship, $5,000 per year. That one requires you to maintain a 3.5 out of a 4.0 GPA, for example. And so students will need to get like all A's and B's in their classes in order to keep and retain that scholarship. And that's just one sample. And we'll start combining different scholarships together that you could be awarded in order to get a higher amount. But that's just one sample.
Got it. And one question from our Asia region, that we know they have to face the interview before after applying for the visa application. So is the Jessup University prepared them anything regarding that visa interview, or it's just for the going for them?
Oh, actually, that's an amazing question. We're very fortunate. We've had very high visa pass rates from students. Recently, we've been having several students receive their visa from Nepal, Pakistan. We've been getting a lot of visa approvals from them, for example. And I think I want to attribute it to our technology partners, Catalyst Gem. What they've done is they've developed a program where former visa officers will go ahead and do an interview one-on-one, usually lasting about 30 minutes long with our candidates. So after the student receives their admission and they have their I-20, this is a service that's included where they will go ahead and have a one-on-one interview session, again, with a former visa officer, as well as some material for them to read that will prepare them. And again, our visa rates after utilizing these services have really improved. So students are doing really well after having that.
Amazing. So is this service included with the admission? I think it's free from the university, or they need to pay anything regarding that service?
So in order to apply, Jessup University charges a $150 processing fee per applicant. And I know there's a lot of universities that don't charge anything for their application, but I'll explain to you what's included in the $150. Number one is we have internal evaluation of your transcript. Most of the time, students, let's say you apply to UC Berkeley, you're required to go through like WES to have your evaluation done. That usually costs $400 to $600, for example, to have it evaluated. We do that internally. Number two is that we have this visa training program. So students are able to receive this visa training. And we also turn around the applications usually within 1 business week. So like 5 to 7 days, we'll be able to get you a response for your admission standard. And then you usually receive your I-20 within 24 hours of accepting that admission offer. And so all of that is included in the $150. We do not have a deposit for tuition. We don't have a deposit for the I-20 as some universities do. But we're upfront. We charge $150, and we just are looking for talented, serious candidates. And so that's why we do that.
Amazing. Sorry. Yeah, so before applying for the visa, they just need to pay their admission application fee, $150. No other cost before applying for the visa, right? Or as you said, the no tuition fees payment.
So the question is about
Yes.
why a student
The
will
processing
make their
fee.
payment. Yeah.
Yeah.
The question is about why a student will
your
make their
application
tuition fees
process.
payment.
Yeah, so they pay it when you're applying for the university.
Okay. No, I'm talking about tuition fees payment, because $150 US they are paying as application fees that covers some services you mentioned. But the question that came about tuition fees payment, why any student they need to pay their tuition fees. Is this before applying for the visa or as soon as their visa application is granted?
No, once they have been approved for their visa and everything, typically students will receive access to their student portal. And usually that is within a week or so of receiving their visa. And then they'll be expected to pay their tuition fees for the semester on a certain due date. Usually students pay like 30 days prior to the start of the semester. That is typically when payment is due.
Yeah, so they just need to pay for one semester, and then prior to that, within 30 days of the commencement, they need to pay their fees. Okay, so thank you very much. I forgot to ask one question about Empower loan or financing that you can say. So why any student they need to apply for this finance? Is this something before applying or during the application? And what is the chances of getting the Empower finance approved if they can demonstrate a proper I-20 from the university?
Yeah, absolutely. So if they already have the funding required to pay for their first year of living and all of those expenses, along with the tuition, books, and such, for example, it's approximately $32,000 for the graduate studies in 1 year that the U.S. government is seeking for the student to be able to show in their bank statement that they have in order to qualify for the visa, for their F1 visa. So as long as the student indicates at least $32,000, then they don't need to take a loan. We do have some students that might only have let's say half of that amount, and they apply for the loan. And if they qualify, they'll receive a loan offer guarantee, and they'll show that to the university, and we include that on their I-20 so that they can show the visa officer that they have that available.
Okay. But normally, your student, most of them, they can access to this Empower as you have partnership with Empower, and you accept their loan letter.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'd say about 20% of our students, international students, currently are utilizing Empower for their fees and such.
Okay. Thank you very much. So, Imtiaz, if you can check any other questions.
Yeah, actually, I do have a short video. I don't know how strong my internet is right here, but I'd love to share. It's a 1-minute video about Silicon Valley and Jessup University. So may I go ahead and play that, please?
Yeah, please.
All right. Let me do that. Let me share screen again. Please let me know if you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can see it.
Okay, here I go.
In Silicon Valley, we designed our program to
really good job community to network outside.
once someone graduates from Jessup, they have all of the chances and opportunities to get a job in one of the companies, Apple, Google, Microsoft, Facebook.
A lot of international students who do end up working for a lot of different tech companies within the area.
We have professors
yourself, just take a leap of faith.
Okay, I hope that kind of summarized everything I talked about here today.
Yeah. But unfortunately, internet connection was not good enough. So I think you need to get connected with Starlink from Elon Musk, since Tesla is your neighborhood. So I think you can get this opportunity in the future, and we can see clear video that can reflect the facilities that the student they are getting there. So Imtiaz.
Yeah, one of our
Absolutely.
students.
I'll send you the video. I'll send you the video so you guys
Yes,
can
please. Yeah.
share it on your platform.
Yeah, he's asking, as you said, there is no engineering course. So what degree and which courses they will learn, and they'll get the chance in some big engineering company like Apple and Google. So what degree or courses they need to learn, and they'll get chance to work there?
Well, our most popular degree, as I mentioned, is our Master of Science in Computer Science. And Google, Apple, a lot of these companies are really hiring those candidates. We have UC Berkeley is our neighbor school. And, that's one of the top engineering universities in the world. So we cannot compete, honestly, with UC Berkeley for engineering. So we don't try, but our computer science program is quite strong.
Thank you. Yeah. Actually, so many information we learned new as well. So as Zahidul mentioned, we all are excited to know learn the Jessup University's opportunities and the courses you have.
So thank you, Art, for joining us
you.
today. So normally we do not take more than 90 minutes. So we have already 80 minutes with you today. And we learn many things about Jessup University facilities, even almost everything new to me as well. And I am also excited now to come to visit the university and to explore more and more for our students. And I am happy to invite my students, the audience, because obviously I can see there are many opportunities for the international students who want to study abroad, especially their finance support that they are working with the finance company where a student they can get finance if they need. And the exciting thing is most of their graduate, their studying salary is $100,000 per year, and a student they can get within 6 months of graduation, which is another excitement. And obviously international students, they are very concerned about the return ROI, the return of investment. So I can feel that it will be very good return of investment if they can invest to this education at Jessup University. finally, is a recognition, is a branding. Again, we are working to make education accessible to everybody, regardless of their location, wherever they are. So I think with that concept, we are very happy to help our students initially with the information, and then during making their decision, we will also help them bringing more information regarding entry requirements, finance. Obviously, this is another opportunity, scholarship, to make it affordable for them. I think that can help them a lot. And also we have our team who can guide our student and assist them to make them ready to apply for a scholarship. And this is very important thing. And I advise student, their parents, especially decision maker, they can contact us nearest branch. We have branches in Bangladesh, Pakistan, India, Nepal, in South Asian side, and we have in Vietnam, in Sri Lanka, and in Middle East, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, and Africa. Obviously, we are in Kenya, Cameroon, Nigeria, Ghana. Of course, we are in the UK and covering Europe. So thank you again. And if you need any further information, I am talking about our students and audience. If you need any more information, please do contact us. You can email us info@shabujglobal.com, or you can contact one of our nearest branches. And you can always visit our website, www.shabujglobal.com. And we'll be happy to assist you more and more. And as I mentioned, I'm very, very excited to visit the university. Hopefully I learn soon. Then I can get some videos, since Mr. Art, his video was not good enough today. So I will collect more and more live video for our students so that they can get more experience. They will have more understanding, which can ultimately help them in making their decision. So, and then you can share accordingly. And I hope to invite you again in next few months' time, so that by this time we have some evidence in place. We have some students who can also share their experience with our prospective students who want to make their decision for the future. So thank you, Art, and thank you, Imtiaz. Before we are closing today, I am asking Art, Mr. Art, if you want to make few words to our students, if you want to say something to our students who want to come to study at Jessup University, California.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, SGE. You guys are an amazing partner. Appreciate this opportunity to speak with your prospective students. And really, if you're looking for a school in the United States where you're looking for more than just education, you're looking for career opportunities here in Silicon Valley, there's really only one choice, and that's Jessup University. So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Yeah.
So, dear audience, so we'll see you next Monday again, inshallah, with the new university and with new opportunity. Thank you. Thank you till then. Thank you very much.
Bye.